back. So we're going to talk about it right now. So since my retirement, going on 2 years, I've had numerous friends and family that kind of reach out and go, how's retirement treating you so far? Well, I'm making it work. In this economy, I'm making it work. If it was a different economy, I think I'd be like completely like bouncing off the walls. Like, yeah, this is great. But in all honesty, I think most of us are just surviving, right? We're not living. We're surviving the madness going on right now. And with the new thing on the radar, with this war slash excursion thingy, we're going to feel a little more pain in the pockets, to be honest. But how is retirement treating me so far? Pretty okay. Pretty okay. I can't complain. I'm making it work. I have 3 children still at home, so we sat and had that conversation about, the bills and, just getting stuff done, right? There are repairs that need to be done for the house, especially my driveway. My driveway is the most horrible place in the world. It just got worse from when I first arrived at the house back in 2020, right? So I tell anybody, if you want to come off-roading on my driveway, come on. I got a place for you. That's how bad it is. As far as the house, at times I feel like I bought a money pit in actuality, because it's like as fast as I fix one thing, something else breaks. And that's just I know it's home ownership. It is what it is. But outside of all those things, as I mentioned in my last video, I decided to dig in to the AI thing. And my brother said to me right before I was retiring, I need you, he says, Allie, I need you to, he was like, do your research, and really dig into it, right? I had finished my master's degree probably the year before or 2 years before, and I said I wasn't going to go to school anymore. But as I started looking at what I've accomplished in my military career, how many soldiers I mentored, how many people I've talked to, my own personal life experiences gave me enough experience that I can help other people. And as the person who, in my military career, leadership it was like that. It was not a problem. I was always the, let's go do it, let's go figure it out, because technically I'm like the fixer. I'm the person that will find the solution to the problem. And I've always worked in industries where I would solve the problem. The problem would be there for years, and I would show up and I would ask the question I need to ask, and then I will create something that will fix the problem, right? So here I was trying to figure out what I want to do after spending months filling out applications, redoing my resume. I don't know how many different ways I did my resume, which really was, to be honest, a little asinine, but it is what it is. And I just finally gave in. I said, screw it. And then I came across DCT with Misha Bazemore on TikTok. I caught some of her videos, her lives where she's showing people AI, stuff like that. And then I went to her school community, and that's where I started. I decided to take her course, and I have not looked back since. A lot of my friends who have not retired yet, and friends who've retired, they'll ask that question every few months. So how's retirement treating you? Did you get a job yet? And I said, nope. Based on my disability and the damage that I have on my back, a lot of jobs that I would get based on DEI being removed, right? Not that I busted my butt to get my degree. Not that I busted my butt to get to where I'm at, take certifications and learn stuff, right? It will all be boiled down to, well, you're this color, so you had to be given it, right? I said, you know what? Time to really pay attention to what I want to do and build my brand. So what I did basically was I went back to my store. My online store, Leisurely Chic Threads, was kind of in limbo. It was just kind of there. And it was like, you know, I did a TikTok shop a year and a half ago, and that went, that just, it didn't blow up. It exploded. It shattered. It went all sorts of places. And that totally made me upset. It really did something to my psyche where I felt like no matter what I did, some shit was always going to happen negatively for me. Like, it didn't matter what, right? But I got into AI and I took the course, and then I upgraded and I took the certification course for professional prompt design. And what I've learned in the last year and a half, I probably would not have learned that much if I had $2,000 and I paid someone for that course, in all honesty. Now, at times your brain will feel like crazy. It will get a little overwhelming. Um, and the easiest thing to do is just take a break. Just take a break, take a break, take a break. So that's what I did. In between, like, the overwhelm of all the different tools that you get to learn, I had to take a break. So I bared through the course. I stuck with it. I learned so much. There's so many tools to use, and you just have to figure out which ones you like. At this present moment, ChatGPT, Midjourney, Suno are my top 3. I do have different stores that I've opened on top of my clothing store that I've had since 2020. So I have Leisurely Chic Threads, and I have Crafty Me, which is on Etsy, and I have a Beacons page. I've learned how to make everything from affirmation cards, journals. If you go through my bio, you'll see other videos where I've created videos of avatars of myself. I've done I love the fashion side. So I saw this the other day on another video where they were talking about AI couture fashion, and I've been doing that for like a year now, and I have videos on my other page, on my YouTube page, Leisurely Chic, where I do videos of couture fashions that I make using Midjourney and prompts. And I'm going to say this to the people who still have an issue with AI. I don't care. I don't care what you think. Okay? Because if I had access to AI, or even had a clue of what AI can do other than make pictures and stuff, I think that's where everybody's stuck at, right? It's not all about just making videos and stuff like that. AI can be used to make your job so much easier. Okay? Because AI isn't just ChatGPT. There's Claude, there's Copilot, there is Google VO. I mean, there's so many different things. Some of the stuff that I've learned, man, I wish I had that when I was still working, because that death by PowerPoint, no, the death is making the PowerPoint. Okay, when you're spending all that time building that daggone slide deck, where I could have just put in exactly what I wanted to talk about into a tool, it creates the entire deck, and then I spend roughly 15-20 minutes making corrections or fixing it the way I want to. I would have died for that. So yeah, I have been working on AI learning, and I think where I am right now, I'm ready to go to the next level, but it's gonna cost me money, so I gotta slow my roll on that one. But I am taking as much as I can. I did create a school for myself, teaching 40 and over to use AI or learn AI, or just kind of figure out what it is, right? My school is called AI Prompt Power Hub, and you could find the link to my school in my bio. If you don't see this, say I would like to try it in the comment, and I'll send you the link. Talk to you guys later.